Echo the dolphin loved to explore. Her home was the big blue sea. But sometimes she liked to swim up rivers. Rivers led to new and exciting places. One day, Echo swam up a muddy river. The water was murky, unlike her clear ocean home. The air felt heavy and smelled different. She had found a swamp.
Oh, look at these strange trees. They grow right out of the water. Their roots are tangled and thick. It's a little bit scary, but I have to be brave. Let's swim on.
Deep in the swamp, something was in trouble. A young crocodile was caught. He had been chasing fish and gotten stuck. Thick vines had tangled around his legs.
Help! Someone please help me!
The crocodile thrashed and snapped, but no other animals dared to come close. Crocodiles were dangerous. Echo heard the cries. She wasn't scared. She was curious and wanted to help. Carefully, she swam closer. The crocodile saw Echo. He stopped struggling. He had never seen a dolphin before. This strange creature had come from the sea.
Please, can you help me?
He was surprised that he was asking for help. Crocodiles were supposed to be strong.
Don't worry, I'll help you. Just stay still.
Echo saw how scared the crocodile was. She knew she had to do something. She nudged the vines with her beak. They were strong, but she was determined. Echo pushed and pulled at the vines with her beak. She was small, but she was strong. Slowly, the vines began to loosen. Finally, with one big push, the vines snapped. The crocodile was free. He swam out, relieved and grateful. He looked at Echo with wide eyes.
Thank you.
He had never had a friend before, especially not a dolphin. He promised himself he would never forget her kindness. Many years passed. The crocodile grew big and strong.
He never forgot the little dolphin who had saved him.
He often thought about her and wondered how she was doing. One day, a terrible storm raged. The wind howled and the waves crashed. The storm was so strong it churned up the ocean.
Echo was caught in the storm. She couldn't find her way back to calm waters. The waves tossed her around like a toy. She was hurt and afraid.
Just when Echo felt like she couldn't hold on any longer, she saw something amazing. The ocean was a vast and often unforgiving place, and Echo had been struggling against the currents for what felt like an eternity. Her energy was nearly depleted, and she was on the brink of giving up hope. But then, through the murky water, a shape began to emerge. A huge crocodile swam towards her. At first, Echo's heart raced with fear. Crocodiles were known to be fierce predators, and in her weakened state, she felt utterly defenseless. But there was something different about this crocodile. His movements were deliberate, almost gentle, as if he was trying not to startle her. He was coming from the mouth of the river. The river had always been a place of mystery for Echo, a boundary she rarely crossed. Yet here was this massive creature emerging from its depths, heading straight for her.
Oh my goodness, could it be? Echo's mind raced as she tried to place where she had seen this crocodile before. Memories of her younger days flashed before her eyes, days when she had ventured closer to the river's edge out of sheer curiosity.
The crocodile saw Echo. He recognized her instantly. His eyes, though fierce, held a glimmer of recognition and warmth. It was as if he was saying, "I remember you." It was the same dolphin he had met all those years ago. Back then they had shared a brief but unforgettable encounter. Echo had been a playful young dolphin, and the crocodile, though intimidating, had shown her unexpected kindness. He knew he had to help her. The bond they had formed, however fleeting, was enough to spur him into action. He couldn't let her suffer.
Echo, hang on, I'm coming! His voice, though deep and rumbling, carried a note of urgency and concern. Echo felt a surge of hope. She wasn't alone.
Without hesitation, the crocodile plunged into the churning waves. He was strong. The stormy waters were no match for his powerful limbs and determination. He cut through the waves with ease, his focus solely on reaching Echo. He swam with all his might, fighting against the storm to reach Echo. Every stroke brought him closer, and with each passing second, Echo's hope grew stronger. The bond of their past encounter fueled his resolve, and he knew he wouldn't let her down. The crocodile reached Echo just in time. She was in dire need of help, her energy completely drained from the struggle. The sight of her old friend brought a glimmer of hope to her weary eyes. The crocodile, sensing her distress, knew he had to act quickly to save her. She was exhausted and injured. Her body bore the marks of a fierce battle and she could barely move. The crocodile gently nudged her, encouraging her to hold on just a little longer. He knew that if he could get her to a safe place, she would have a chance to recover. Gently he let her rest on his back. The weight of her fragile body was nothing compared to the determination in his heart. He moved slowly and carefully, making sure not to jostle her too much. Every step he took was filled with purpose and care. He wouldn't let the waves hurt her anymore. The turbulent waters that had once threatened her now seemed to part in respect for the crocodile's mission. He navigated through the currents with ease, his powerful body cutting through the water like a knife.
Thank you. I remember you. Echo's voice was weak, but filled with gratitude. She recognized the crocodile as her old friend, the one who had once saved her from a similar fate. The bond they shared was unbreakable, forged in the fires of survival and trust.
Echo looked into the crocodile's eyes. She knew him. The recognition brought a sense of comfort and safety. His eyes, filled with determination and compassion, reassured her that she was in good hands. She could feel the strength of their connection, a bond that transcended time and space. He was her friend from the swamp, all grown up. The memories of their time together flooded back, reminding her of the adventures they had shared. He had always been there for her, a constant presence in her life. Now he was here once again, ready to protect and guide her. She felt safe and grateful. The warmth of his body and the steady rhythm of his movements lulled her into a sense of peace. She knew that as long as he was with her, she had nothing to fear. Her heart swelled with gratitude for the friend who had come to her rescue.
Rest now, Echo, I'll get you home. The crocodile's voice was gentle but firm, a promise of safety and protection. He knew that she needed to rest and recover, and he was determined to get her back to her home where she belonged.
Carefully, the crocodile swam through the storm. The waves crashed around them, but he remained steadfast, his powerful body cutting through the water with ease. He shielded Echo from the worst of the storm, using his strength to keep her safe. He used his strength to protect Echo. Every muscle in his body was focused on the task at hand, ensuring that she remained unharmed. He was her guardian, her protector, and he would not let anything happen to her. He would make sure she got back to the safety of her ocean home. The journey was long and arduous, but he was determined to see it through. He knew that once she was back in her familiar waters, she would be able to heal and thrive once more. The bond they shared gave him the strength to keep going, knowing that he was doing the right thing for his friend. The storm finally calmed. The once turbulent waters, which had been thrashing and roaring with the fury of nature, now lay still and serene. The air, which had been filled with the howling of the wind and the crashing of waves, was now quiet, save for the gentle lapping of water against the shore. The world seemed to hold its breath, as if in awe of the sudden peace that had descended. The sun peeked through the clouds, casting a golden light over the calm water. It was as if the heavens themselves were smiling down, blessing the earth with warmth and light after the darkness of the storm. The rays of the sun danced on the surface of the water, creating a shimmering path that seemed to lead to a world of endless possibilities. The crocodile swam with Echo until they reached calm waters. They moved in perfect harmony, their bodies gliding effortlessly through the water. The crocodile, with his powerful tail and strong limbs, led the way, while Echo, the dolphin, followed closely, her sleek body cutting through the water with grace and agility. They were an unlikely pair, but their bond was undeniable. He nudged her gently, making sure she was all right. His touch was tender, filled with concern and care. Echo responded with a soft click, a sound that conveyed her gratitude and relief. They had been through so much together, and now, in the calm after the storm, they could finally rest.
I'm safe. Thank you, my friend. Echo's voice was filled with emotion. She had been so scared. But now, with her friend by her side, she felt safe and secure. The bond they shared was something special, something that went beyond words.
Echo was so happy to be safe. She leapt out of the water, her body twisting and turning in a display of pure joy. The water sparkled around her, catching the light and creating a dazzling display. She splashed back down, sending ripples across the surface of the water. Her happiness was infectious, and even the crocodile couldn't help but feel a sense of joy. She clicked and whistled, thanking the crocodile. Her sounds were a melody of gratitude, a song that spoke of the deep bond they shared. The crocodile listened, his eyes softening with affection. He had always been a solitary creature, but Echo had changed that. She had shown him the beauty of friendship, the joy of having someone to care for. He had saved her life. Their friendship was special. It was a bond forged in the crucible of danger and adversity, a connection that had been tested and proven strong. They had faced the storm together, and now, in the calm, they could celebrate their survival and their friendship. It had stood the test of time and danger. They had faced the fury of nature and come out stronger for it. Their bond was unbreakable, a testament to the power of friendship and the strength of the heart. They had proven that even in the face of the greatest challenges, love and friendship could prevail.
Take care, Echo, be well. The crocodile's voice was filled with warmth and affection. He knew that their paths might not cross again, but he also knew that their bond would endure. No matter where life took them, they would always carry a piece of each other in their hearts.
The crocodile knew he had done the right thing. He had repaid a kindness, and in doing so, he had found a friend. He had always been a creature of the wild, but now he had a connection that went beyond the physical world. It was a bond of the heart, a friendship that would last a lifetime. He had repaid a kindness. It was a simple act, but it had changed his life. He had found a friend in Echo, and in doing so, he had discovered a new part of himself. He had learned the value of friendship, the joy of caring for someone else. He dipped his head in farewell and swam back towards the river, leaving Echo in her ocean home. As he moved through the water, he felt a sense of peace. He knew that he had made a difference, that he had done something good. And in that moment, he felt truly happy. Echo and the crocodile never forgot their adventure. They had shown kindness to each other, even though they were different. The memory of their friendship echoed in their hearts.
Our friendship will always be a part of me.
Their story reminds us that kindness matters. It can create bonds of friendship in the most unexpected places. And sometimes, even the smallest acts of kindness can be repaid in the biggest ways.